One author did a study that determined that 42% of Americans don't believe that John Chapman or Johnny Appleseed was a real person, but he was real.
250 years after the birth of Johnny Appleseed, the city of Leominster has an orchard it can be proud of.
It's a people's farm, it's welcoming, it's run by volunteers. We formed it 24 years ago. This piece of property was scheduled to be 167 houses, and now it's 167 acres of open space.
These are looking good.
Vice President of the nonprofit Friends of Sholen Farms, Steve Smith, began as a volunteer here.
I was a software engineer for my whole career, 40-some years. So yeah, this is totally outside the wheelhouse, so to speak. But it's been a nice diversion.
When we took the orchard over, it was a commercial orchard with 8 varieties. So we said, well, the first thing we have to do is find out what the most important apples are that people are looking for.
More than 2 decades later, there are around 40 apple varieties at the Leominster Orchard. During a typical year, visitors are encouraged to come and pick their own apples. But 2024 has been anything but typical for Sholen Farms.
Unfortunately, this year the crop is light. We've had to reinvent ourselves to meet nature's challenges here.
A series of recent challenges that have plagued many orchards in the region caused the farm to scrap the You Pick apples this season and sell exclusively at the farm stand.
This year we suffered 2 diseases. We had the fire blight, then also we had a deep freeze on April 25th and it took out most of the buds.
Fire blight is a bacterial disease that plagues plants in the rose family, including the apple tree. When a tree is infected, it looks like it is scorched by fire.
Our warm, moist springs are what spur fire blight and which cause the trees to become infected. The bees actually spread the fire blight from tree to tree through the blossoms.
Tricky, says Leslie Duthie, because bees are vital to pollinating apple blossoms. Duthie is a volunteer at the New England Botanic Garden at Tower Hill. Their orchard was wiped out by fire blight a few years ago.
Before we cut the trees, we had a gentleman come and he took scion wood from each of our trees and then recreated our collection. So after 2 years, our trees came back, and 3 springs ago, we replanted the orchard.
Growing an apple tree isn't as simple as Disney's romanticized version of Johnny Appleseed. For example, if you plant a seed from a Red Delicious apple, it isn't a guarantee that a Red Delicious apple tree will grow. Apple seeds are genetically different from the fruit in which they grow.
If you collected a seed from your apple that you're eating and you plant it, you will get something very different than what you ate. This is the rootstock here, and right here where there's a piece of tape here. This is where we cut the rootstock off and attached the scion wood. The tree is grafted together now, and this will actually go into our orchard and replace a tree that has died.
Tower Hill's orchard has more than 260 trees and nearly 120 varieties of apple.
Some of them date back to the 1600s.
For 25 years, Dawn Davies has worked with the plants at Tower Hill. She remembers when the orchard was at its peak, sampling many of the antique varieties that aren't sold in supermarkets.
There was a variety called Opalescent. That was my favorite, bar none, out-of-hand eating apple. It reminded me of like an apple from Snow White. There's one that was from 1598 called Calville Blanc, and it was actually one that they've seen in French historic paintings. Another variety was cool, was Wolf River. No lie, probably I would say easily a pound and a half a piece. And I think I'd actually have to cut that one because I don't think I could fit the apple in my mouth. It was so big.
With the new trees growing, the team is hopeful their antique varieties will soon bear fruit again.
I think Johnny Appleseed was a big contributor of biodiversity, and I think it's really important to keep that biodiversity out there because when the new disease comes around, when you have a bigger palette of plants to choose from, there's likelihood there's at least one individual that has some resistance to that new disease coming down the line.
And right after that interview at New England Botanic Garden, Leslie Duthie was heading up to Maine for something I didn't even know existed called Apple Camp.
Yes, and while she was there, she met with leaders of the New England apple industry. Now, after a long career as a botanist, Leslie retired and now she volunteers at Botanic Garden, and she is working really hard to make that orchard thrive.
She's doing a good job. She's worked hard there. Coming up, the perils of pick your own.